Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we're about to play a 40NL and 60NL Aussie dollar session on the Flying Fish Club on this, well, I'm recording this on a Friday morning. This is going to be my Saturday video. Before we start, we're just going to show you how much traffic is in the lobbies of these games, because it's a really good club for morning and afternoon grinds UK time. It's a good club for grinding all day. There's even traffic through the night, so there's always traffic enough to get as many tables as you want, but through the daytime especially, as you're going to see, there's lots of traffic. So we'll quickly just count down and then go from there. So that's 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Well, you can see there's fucking tons and tons of 40NL tables still going on the 40s, and now we're into the 60s. Absolutely loads of traffic. So if you're looking for a club with lots of traffic where it's easy to find soft games with just a little bit of time taken at the start of your session in the lobby, then get in touch, because this is definitely going to be the club for you if you are a 20NL sterling, 25NL US dollar type player or higher. This is definitely going to be a very good club for you. We'll pause the video now and then we'll get in, and then we'll get into the play in just a moment when I've got my tables all set up. So here we go. It's taken me about 3 minutes to find these three rather exceptional tables. This is a 60NL table, table 1. We have a 48/3, 45/6 and a 69/13 at this table, which is obviously fucking amazing table. 41/9, 63/14 over here. So again, another lovely table with two pretty big fish. And over here we have a 44/6, 50/11 and 40/20. So found three very good tables very quickly. There's bound to be loads more out there. I just kept clicking on tables with empty seats. A couple of them weren't too clever, of course, but not every table's going to be teeming with fish. But it didn't take me. It literally took me no more than 2 or 3 minutes to get these three tables up. Of course, if you wanted to increase your volume, you want to play more than 3 tables, you just bang, click on that. And if you have 3 accounts like I do, and I wish I hadn't done that now, because I'm not sure I'm going to find my fucking table back. It's a problem. That's a problem. That's not the table, is it? Alright, but there, we got it back though. That's okay then. So we close this now. Should still leave this table up. Yes, it does. Thought I'd fucked up then for a minute. So it's really not difficult to get in good games, and if you have 3 accounts, you could technically 9 table, although trying to 9 table with the shorter time banks on this club would be a phenomenal act of dexterity with your mouse, because I fucking sure as shit couldn't do it. I think I could probably maybe 5 table physically cope with that. Mentally, probably not cope with it too well. But I'm a 46-year-old man. Some of you younger, quicker thinking guys who can think a bit quicker, and guys who can move mice a bit quicker than me, would certainly be able to get very good volume on this site. I think I've been playing for excuse me, close to a week now on these 2 accounts, and managed to get probably 4,500 to 5,000 hands in when over the 3 accounts. This one I've been playing on it a bit longer, so we're going to assume that we played like say 1,500 hands on each account in maybe 6 days, and I haven't exactly been hammering the volume because I've been a bit busy. So I think getting 10,000 hands a week, if you're a committed grinder, would be incredibly easy. Probably more than that. 10,000 hands a week with 25% rate back in good games, you can make some decent side hustle money there for sure. I'm just going to lead straight out here in a limp pot with our pair and flush draw. And we take it down, which is fine, I guess. I mean, maybe I'd have preferred a bit more action, but Anytime you pick up uncontested chips, it can't be a bad thing. You'll be looking to spar with this guy as early as possible, because this guy is the epitome of dead money. 70/30, well 69/13, 6% full to 3-bet. You know, this guy is going to lose his money probably quite quickly, and we have the absolute best seat in the house to try and help him to do that as soon as possible. So that's the plan. Look to 3-bet him wider for value to try and get him isolated, and then look to stack off relatively light versus in post flop, because the SPRs in 3-bet pots aren't going to be very high against him at the moment with that stack depth. Ideally, we'd like to see him double through one of these guys and make us more money that way. Obviously, if he doubles through somebody else, then we're in prime position to make even more money from him then. But maybe that's a bit too greedy on the thought front. Maybe we're being. I mean, obviously, greed is good in poker, but I mean, if we just take that from him, we'll be happy. If he doubles and we take more from him, we'll be even happier still. If I could just draw your attention to table 2 for a moment, you will see that we are in the delightful position of being dealt 2 cards of the same rank, and that rank is a particularly high one. So we will be volunteering chips into this pot for sure, and we certainly will be in this pot too. We'll be looking to isolate this whale. We've been squeezed by someone who plays 26/10, which is a 4% 3-bet, so we're not going to 4-bet the queens versus a player like this, because I think we only get bad news versus their 5-bet jams. So he's going to call and play some post flop. We isolate with the ace-5 suited over on table 3. And I mean, if this guy just goes bet, 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 we're probably just going to go call, 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 but we will not be in love with the situation. Tanks and c-bets. I mean, it's an easy call at the moment. I think we may call twice, fold river. Seems like a reasonable, maybe even fold turn now. Just based on the guy's stats. He's got just a 4% 3-bet, 59% c-bet. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I think we're just going to make a very tight fold to this dude right now. Based on the fact that his stats suggest he's a pretty, like, weak tight regular, just like Nitfish, isn't he? 26/10, 4% 3-bet. You want to try and avoid paying these Nitfish off where you can. That's a fold that hurts. You get the queens, you're happy, you think you're maybe in with a chance of winning some chips, and then the Nitfish wakes up with probably a better hand, but you need to have the discipline to just let them go when you think, when the stats are telling you you're up against a loose passive guy who's 3-bet you out of the small blind, then I guess you need to take a flop with him. But if he continues putting pressure on, and then you end up with an underpair, then I guess it's time just to let it go. Here we've called a 3-bet from a maniac. We've flopped an open ender. I mean, I guess we just put it in now. It's silly to defend the 3-bet and then fold when you flop the open ender. I guess we just need to hope to get there now. That's not good. That one is though. So happy to take that down. Makes up for the disappointment with the 2 ladies, doesn't it? Story of my life. Ladies disappointing me. Or perhaps the other way around, perhaps I disappoint ladies. I think that's probably a more fair assessment of how my life's gone. I think I've been more disappointing to ladies than they've been disappointing to me. But I've always enjoyed myself, so fuck it. I'm going to defend the Jack Queen here. Probably not much we're going to be able to do on this flop. I think we're probably just going to check fold. Not quite got enough backdoor. I mean, we've got the backdoor straight and the backdoor flush draw, but not in love with it. He likes to take his time before betting, doesn't he? There's Young Chai Chi. Sorry if I butchered your name there, sir. Not the best of tables this night, to be fair. I mean, this guy looks like some kind of regular. This guy looks like an aggressive regular. Then we got these like two. And this guy's just quite loose passive. This guy's just like tight passive. And then we have a 31-12 sitting. I think we can do better than this middle table. I think we can do a lot better than it. So I think we're going to. There isn't a VPIP over 40, so no VPIP over 40, no Reggie. That's the rule that I've just made up in terms of wording it, but yeah, pretty much a rule that I'll live by. This table here, we have like 4 players with the VPIP over 40. This player here, we have 2 with the VPIP over 40, 1 approaching 40. So the 2 outer tables, 1 and 3 are fine. Table 2 is a bit crap. Although it's not crap, you know. I mean, look at the table; it's not exactly tough. So, you know, if you were playing on PokerStars, you'd love a table like this. You'd think it was mega soft, but we have limited table space, and we need to be maximising the efficiency of our table space. So, we're going to be looking for a better table. We're going to be peeling the King Queen here because this guy loves limping and calling. So when he does isolate, then we're going to be a little bit more wary. We're going to lead the turn pretty big. Hope not to get raised, because if we get raised we're going to have to throw our hand away. If we get called, then we're going to be in a weird spot on the river where I won't know what to do on plenty of cards. But we're not put in that situation, so it's all good. Right, last hand at table 2, and it's not a good one, so we're going to leave here and find another table. Look at the 60NL games first. I'm feeling like a 60NL session to what I'm looking for. There's an empty seat, could be a table we're already at, might not be. 43 VPIP, 1839. 43's got no money though, so nope. What about this one? We're already at the table, so that's no fucking use to us, is it? Keep scrolling up, just looking for the empty seats for the time being. Don't really do waitlists now. We'll have to look at. Oh, there's another 16L table. Let's have a look at the VPIPs. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Did not see a single one over 40 then. That's outrageous. Let's keep scrolling, looking for the tables with just 5 players on for now. If we've got to go on a wait list or table start, we'll do that. What have we got here? 51, 50, but no money. There's no money at that table. Forget it. $24, $38, $28, $49, but we're going to have the worst seat on the table to him, so forget that. 50, 32, 33, 6. 50's got no money. So you see behind the magic key, you see the care I take over table selecting. I'd rather waste a few minutes, well not waste, spend a few minutes selecting the right table and just jumping on on like the first tables that come up to me. Because this time I'm spending here will definitely have a positive impact on my overall win rate. So it's important that we get it right. This would have been a nice looking table with at least 2 blue tag players, but sadly it's no good. Maybe we'll do a bit of table starting here. Let's go and start a table at 60. That's what we'll do. See what happens. Oops, I haven't even fucking sat yet and try to top my stack up. Now we can top up. Now we can make a chunky isolation raise. Happy to take it down pre here with the ace jack suited out of position to 2 wheels, but equally happy to take a flop. Sadly we don't take a very good flop, so we're going to order our reload and just check fold. We turn a pair. We maybe don't need the reload now. So about 4 here and just shove rivers, I think. See, well, shove rivers that aren't a 3 or a 7 or an 8. Of course the 3 comes. I hope he goes check check. Don't think we're going to call a jam here. I mean, there's just lots of ways we'll beat you. We got 1 pair. So we'll order the rest of the reload now, I guess. And just let it go. If the plan was jam all rivers but not put more money in on a 3, 7 or 8, then I guess when one of those cards comes, we need to be disciplined and find the frustrating fold. I think while we're sat waiting for that game to start, we'll keep scanning the lobby while we've got nothing much else to do. If we can find a good table, we can close the table, starting table. Nope, only 114. He's got no money. I think we're going to end up looking at tables we've already looked at here a bit, aren't we? But there's nothing else going on, so we may as well. $52, 52, 40, 0. You'll do. You'll do. So we'll have this table and we'll scratch this one. Now, because my heads up game isn't great, I don't really want to play heads up on video. Didn't mean to click that. I would have done if needs be, but it wasn't really on my to-do list. We've been 3-bet here, and we're going to be more than happy to pump all the money in. We're going to call here with our pair and gut shot on table 3. We're just all in here, aren't we? Oh dear. So you're telling me there's a chance? Nope, there isn't a chance. There isn't a chance. $30 down the tubes. And then he throws a pile of shit at me. Very nice of him. I mean, you're delighted to get ace king in pre for 50 bigs against a 41 to 87. You're delighted to do it. Sometimes they're just going to have you beat, and that was absolutely one of those times. This normally would be a pretty bad call out of the small blind with queen 3 suited, but we've got 2 high VPIP guys limping, so how bad can it be? thought we had trips there for a moment, but we don't. We have the 3 and not the deuce. We'll just be calling if this guy goes for an isolation raise here. We'll be 5.5xing it if he doesn't. We could even maybe go 6.5x there. Could have made that 390. But the 330 gets it done. Someone's kind enough to rabbit hunt and show us a board that we wouldn't have liked. Straddle now under the gun on table 3. We're not going to be getting involved. And sadly, we have lost our pink tag player on table 1, which was the primary reason for our being there. Although, still a very good table, so I'm not going to complain too much with 2 40 plus 3 40 plus VPIP players. Not sure how to tag this guy. Normally, like, my 40s get the blue, and then the pinks for like the even higher VPIPs, or the like 40s, 40 pluses that are super aggressive. I'm not sure if I should tag him pink, or is he just like a bad aggro reg, or is he like a whale aggro? Winner 7 fish 42. I think we know what he is. The winner fish thing I found out is how many times you've been the biggest winner at a table and how many times you've been the biggest loser at a table. So I'm not really sure it's a particularly useful stat to have. But when you see someone who's only been the biggest winner 7 times but been the biggest loser, like what, 6 times more than the biggest winner, then I think we can safely assume he's not a legend of the felt. Oh, fuck, a click fold with the king queen suited. What the fuck am I doing? Just come down 3, 4, 5 of hearts now, please. Just come down 3, 4, 5 of hearts. Or even better, don't show me a flop. Now, well, never mind, I guess. Oh, big fat 6430s join the table and instantly come in for a 4x raise. So we like you. How did you like our darts video Thursday night? Talked about it yesterday on the a little bit on the Funky Friday episode, but there could be more live darts coming to my YouTube channel. It's just a bit of fun from me and my wife. I'm basically doing it to upload to Facebook for our friends, just to whatever. I don't know. Let's face it, it's not something you're going to tune into regular every day, but it's just, I don't know, people are fucking around with TikTok and all sorts now on Facebook. I can't be arsed with that, but I don't mind arsing around throwing a few darts at a shit dartboard. But I mean, once I've got them on my phone, it's just as easy to upload to YouTube as it is to Facebook. It's not exactly poker related, but fuck it. Get me a few more clicks, won't it? A few more clicks, hopefully a few more likes. Doesn't do any harm. Ace king, and we have a whale in the big blind, so we're actually going to make a 4x open rather than 3x open. And we've been squeezed. You know what? Fuck these guys. We're just jamming it. Enough money in there now. 240, 240, 780 plus my 240. Tons of money already in there. This guy's loose enough. We're We need help. 37, 23, 12% 3-bet. That's loose enough for me to say fuck it. Let's gamble. Sadly, Ace King is not performing today, and we get another pile of shit thrown at us. Everyone's throwing shit at us. Doesn't seem fair when you're losing. Does not seem fair at all. Turn the ace, get led into, have to call, probably folding rivers though. Hannah leads into us here, which I'm not sure I'm understanding, but we're just going to call and then make a decision based on what the river is. Forward diamonds wouldn't be one of my favourite ones to see. We are getting run the fuck over here, aren't we? I mean, what do we beat here? And the forward diamonds, even like the 5-3 gets there now. Jack 10 doesn't, Jack Queen doesn't, but we block it. Doesn't make sense to like call and lead. If we don't have a flush, I think we win. I'm gonna call and not love it. 8-6. There you go. Thank you, VIP Time Bank. Because I think maybe without a time bank there, I would just fold. So thankfully the $75 I spent upgrading my VIP across my 3 accounts. That's $12 already recouped from that. Didn't put the 8-6 in Hannah's range for doing that. Not sure what I did put in there. I mean, I guess I didn't put too many flushes in there given that I called. I don't know. I just wanted to take my time over it because obviously we've been stung twice with the Ace King, so it's easy to get yourself in a little bit of a tizzy and rush decisions, and I certainly didn't want to do that and just like compound what's already been a relatively bad start to the session. And we can safely tag Hannah as blue though. Just 15 hands into a PPPoker career, or PPPoker career, however you pronounce it. Don't think we're going to do much with this 261 open, but he can get the pink tag. That's what he can fucking have. Shame these two players are to my left, because they look like they're fun. Oh, they're going to be fun to play with, but we'd rather have them to our right than our left. You have this like relatively tight fish here too, and then 2 more reggish looking players, but I wouldn't want the table to get much worse than it is, but it's plenty good enough to stay at. let the 9 jack go. We won't be letting the 2 10s go though. We have position on the 2 players we want to have position on with a strong hand. So let's ride this. Let's ride this and see where it takes us. Typically that isn't a flop. I would see bet against 2 blinds, but against 2 loose blinds with stuff we can get tons of value from with our actual hand. So this isn't like, it's not a good flop for our range, but it is a good flop for our hand in this situation. I'm going to make a very loose peel here with the 7-8 versus this guy. He hasn't got a lot of money, but there is a fish in the blinds too and a fish here, so hopefully overall it's a spot where we make money with our call, even though we're not going to make a lot from him in particular. The times we do hit, sadly we've completely bricked, and this seemingly aggressive player has decided to donk out on a pretty dry flop multi-way, which feels like a shit line to me, but I guess that's what players with those statistics do. Not been a good table for us this one. Are we 90 down or more? Oh, are we? Are we? That is a pretty wank flop. We're just not going to see it into 2 players with 0 equity when called. I think I'm going to be unable to resist temptation to bet this turn though if this guy doesn't bet, but he does bet, so it probably saves us from firing out what may have been a futile delayed c-bet. So we've got a very good table here, and we've got 3-figure losses results, or not quite 3-figure losses results, which just goes to show that short-term variance really is a thing. I think it's something that in soft games, or in any games really, but especially in soft games where people perhaps feel more entitled to win, I think the short-term variance of like just losing some pots to fish for the top of the range or through suckouts or whatever, it can make some less experienced players lose their mind and be like, oh fucking hell, I can't even beat the fish, or fucking hell, this is bullshit, the fish get rewarded too often, etc. All those like crazy illogical thoughts come into your mind, and then they can usually, or not usually, it's the wrong way to put it, quite often turn what would have been like a pretty normal just running bad session into a really bad session, which then could like be the precursor to a large like accumulated tilt downswing. You've got to be really careful to check yourself before you wreck yourself if you don't do well at the tables on a short-term basis in good games. You've got to just go back through the hands, right? The ace king against this dude, did we do anything wrong? Not really. Ace king versus this dude, did we do anything wrong? Maybe we slightly overplayed our hand, but there was like 240. With his money in, there was like $12 or so in the pot, $13. We had ace king. I mean, I'm fine with both of my plays. Fair enough, we're down $90, but you know, we can do one or two things. We can assess the situation and be like, well, didn't do an awful lot wrong, so tough shit, Reg, get on with it. Or we can be like, oh, so fucking unlucky, and just be like really, you know, like unreasonable about it all, and then make a bad situation worse. So we improved our kicker situation here, and a lot of draws missed from the turn. So we're going to go with a check call, and we instantly win. We're going to lead out here, I think, with our... I mean, our equity is unlikely to get much better than this in terms of like our semi-bluffs. So we're just going to lead out, and we're going to probably just... Good chance we're going to triple it off here, I think. Try and put a lot of pressure on like 7-8x 8 7x and 8x on later streets. Obviously the 10-9's just got there, which is disturbing, but I think we still have enough equity to make this bet. I'd hate to be raised, but we take it down. Happy days. Sadly, Hannah's doing what we all expected Hannah to do, and that is losing all of her chips. Hopefully she reloads, or if she doesn't reload, hopefully she gets replaced by somebody with similar-ish playing style. That is a set. I'm going to bet here, and then we're going to check raise brick turns against someone who might be aggressive. He snap calls. Yeah, we're going for the check raise. We're going for it. Six is in. Let's hope he hasn't got the Queen 10 or the 10 whatever it is. Oh, he has the 7-5. Motherfucker. How cold are we running? How cold are we running? That is grim. And we get more shit launched at us. This is cold, this session. Not opening the Jack 8 into Hannah because she has no chips. So we've been felted, or we've been like all in 3 times in this session. Lost them all, and every time we've been rewarded with an emoji of shit. I think it's time for the vape, I think. It's time we got the vape fired up. Gene Hunt used to fire up the Quattro. Paul Regan fires up the vape on a session where he is absolutely buried. It's going to be a big number now, isn't it? It's going to be 150. Oh, not quite. Fortunately, that's only £75. So, every cloud and all that. Every cloud. Don't think this guy's particularly aggressive, so we're not going to be checking and allowing a free card to roll off. It's going to be blasting, hoping he has something he can't fold. The 8 gets there now, but we have the redraw. Fuck knows. I mean, we're not folding anyway, so I guess we may as well just jam. Oh, bollocks. How many times do we run it? Twice? Yeah, go on. No dice, the first one. But we do get the chop on the second one, so a little bit of blessed relief there. Bad turn. Get the reload ready. Gonna defend the 8-9 suited here. More shit thrown at me. Bad flop for our hand, but theoretically a board we can probably try check raising with a decent frequency. He doesn't allow us to because he instantly checks back. So we're going to try and win the pot now. And we do. I think we're in 150 territory for sure now, aren't we? Oh yes. Are we? Almost knocked my orange juice over then. That needs to be moved to a safer environment. Socially distancing myself from the orange juice. Flop an ace. It's a good start. I'm going to go with the 3-bet here with the ace 10. I'm going to fold the ace 10 versus the 3-bet on table 3 and a bet on table 1. Squeeze gets through everyone except Hannah, but theoretically that can't be a terrible flop against Hannah, so we're going to put her in for the last 140. Whatever. I'm not going to run it multiple times for a pot this small. We're just going to let Hannah get there instead. Oh no, we're not, because we got there on the turn. Silly me. Now what's going on here? We've had a very small 3-bet. We have a 7-6 suited. We are defending it. And we flop a flush, which is not unpleasant. Just going to bet straight out here, no messing. Look to jam turns. That are good for us. Now we just take it down, which is disappointing when we flop a flush. All the action we've got when we've been losing, and then when we finally flop a big hand or make a big hand and we get no action on it, but we'll take it. We'll take whatever we're given. That's a pretty big 3-bet. We'll fold to it. We'll fold to it. Ace deuce. We were behind. Come on, Hannah. Hold it up. Hold it up for Hannah. No ace, no deuce. Oh. Poor Hannah. So wanted to play the 5-4 suited. So wanted to play it. We've got this aggressive dude behind us. Didn't fancy it as much. And we would have completely bricked. Wow, 45 minutes already. That is bonkers. How the fuck's that time gone? Really? 45 minutes? Well, I'm not done playing yet, so fuck it. We'll have extended play session. This wasn't meant to be, I wasn't planning on recording here, but I thought, well, if I'm going to be playing, I may as well. And right, what do we do here then? I mean, I guess we just call. This guy jams, we probably have to call it off. We're up against ace queen. He's got lots of outs. That's one of them. Hey, never mind. No, we don't need to reload at least. And I get more shit thrown at me. What are we doing here with this ace jack? Against a 41-15 who's opened under the gun. Loose caller. I guess we go with the... Oh, that's going to be too big. No. Probably committed myself here. Given both the stack sizes. Let's do some maths. 2-1. Unless he's got pocket aces, we're getting a reasonable price, aren't we? Oh, we're ahead. Let's run this one 3 times if you want, sir. I can't lose it all 3 times. Surely to God. Surely we win at least 2 of them. Easy 3-bet here with the ace-10 suited against a maniac. Not sure how many times he ran it. I hope it's just once now though, because we've flopped gin. Put a 10 out there just in case. Oh, he only ran it once anyway. So a little bit of redemption. I show him the 10 ball. Hannah's in. Hannah wants more action. Jam it. Thank you. Hopefully now we get action from Hannah too, and this guy doesn't give us any more action, although whatever. If he does, then he does. Happy to just play for what's in the middle here. Against the 3-6 suited and the pocket 4s. Very nice, we'll take it. We'll take it. We're clawing some back at various other tables to offset our disastrous table 1 shenanigans. And Hannah has finally called it a day. And so is this dude. So all of a sudden this table is taking a much... We'll give it a minute or so, see if any people join these 2 seats who we maybe want to play with. Give it an orbit. We'll play our button twice, and if the table doesn't fill, maybe we'll go hunting elsewhere. I think I'm going to call this river. No, not against that size though. I was going to call, but that was just too big. Here we have a straddle from someone who naughty Reggie hasn't tagged yet. And another player who naughty Reggie hasn't tagged yet. I guess we're going to play the 9-8 versus these 2 guys. I'll try to. Flop a gut shot in a pot where no one's taken an aggressive action yet. So we're going to take a stab at this, see what happens. We're going to need some 7s. It called in 2 spots and we do not improve, so that'll be the end of that. Eight to 1. 8-1. That's a price, isn't it? Well, no. So we're going to play our button here and then have a cut off and then find another table, because it looks like this one's definitely gone to sleep. Two regulars in the blinds who aren't really playing any pots, myself who isn't really playing any pots, and then just this dude. It's like the sound of one hand clapping over here, isn't it? But we do have two ladies on the table of death, prepared to lose and get more shit thrown at me here. That's what I think is going to be in my future. Do something. So get off this table. And we take it down with the queens. Each of this table's probably a fucking result. Click on the first table to see with, oh look, fucking high V pips everywhere. High V pips everywhere. We're delighted with that. Very easy bit of table selection. There you go. Just joined the table. Instantly found a 40, a 57, a 47 and a 49. So lots of tagging to be getting on with here. 40/12. Yeah, you've got to be a fish with those stats, haven't you? You've got to get the blue tag with those stats. Just how it is. I think I'm probably going to play for another 45 minutes. So that will make a remarkably long video. But whatever, who cares? I mean, viewer retention in a 90-minute plus video is going to be very low for the whole video, but I know there are some guys out there who watch every minute of the videos I make, so for you guys, then go and put the kettle on, because you've got a bit more to go yet. $56.3, just coming and plonking himself down. You really do need to be taking a look at these games if you're not in them, because they are. I understand that the base entry level of that 20 NL sterling doesn't suit everyone's bankroll who watches my videos, but if ever there were games to take shots in, then these are them, because a lot of the time to fish paying for small amounts, or even though you're playing technically 20 NL, it kind of plays more like 10 NL in a way, like 10 NL for 50 big steep. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. Basically, you know, you're not often exposed for 100 big blinds that you're at 20 quid or whatever it is, 20 quid, 30 quid. So, yeah. I think it's something, but this dude loves his fucking min through. I mean, how can you be 19-18 with a 15% 3-bet and then min 3-bet everything? This guy's a fuckwit. This table was now, I mean, you've got a nit and then 2 likes to your left. I mean, if we had this seat, it wouldn't be the worst table with guys playing effectively 40, 20 and 35, 30. So it wouldn't be the worst table to stay at if we had a better seat. I'm not really one for seat hopping, and I actually think we can just find a better table anyway than having 2 very aggro guys to our left. So we'll play our last hand and then we'll find another one. Two players have just sat, but again, we've only got one player with a VP of over 40 at the table, so it has to go. Not opening the Queen 10 with these 2 deuce behind me. That's our last hand here at table 3, and it was absolutely not worth waiting for. Got a feeling this one's going to take us back to the table we just left. No, it isn't. 2 V pips over 40, so we'll take a look. Giving up with the pocket 6s multi-way on table 1. Table 1 has been very promising, and has absolutely failed to deliver. A bit like that dartboard that I got. A soft tip dartboard. Looked cool. I watched Phil Taylor play Raymond van Barneveld on a soft tip dartboard and looked like a good game. Then I get one, and I'll be honest with you, I only spent 22 quid on it from Argos. And yeah, it's disappointed me in terms of how often the fucking darts stick in the fucking board. If you hit a wire, then it's just bouncing out constantly. So I'm tempted to invest in a better one, because I do enjoy a game of darts, and my wife enjoys playing just for a bit of fun for a few minutes a day. So yeah, we might look into spending a bit more money and getting a better one where the darts don't bounce out as frequently. We have the ace and the king of the same suit on the middle table. We have the 6 and the 7 of the same suit on table 3. 25/5 has opened under the gun. I don't think I want a 3-bet ace king suited versus that. I think we just want to be calling, missing, and then probably checking and folding, I guess, which feels awful. Three betting the 7s. Check folding the ace king. Pairing a backdoor flush draw here in a limp pot versus a pot size bet. Guess we're going to peel one. And now we're just going to order some more chips and fold. That felt really bad with the ace king, but the guy's playing 25/5 and he's opening under the gun. So I think if we re-raise there and get it in, probably not going to get too much good news. Absolute snap 3-bet from this dude. Not sure how I'm going to respond to it, and now I'm very sure how I'm going to respond to it because this dude's just jammed all in. We were in rough shape. Let the ace 10 win so I can throw some shit at this guy. Do it, spade! Never mind. Do not get to throw any shit at this fellow. Now I can throw some shit at him. Eat some shit, dude. There. Feel better about that. I was expecting a 3-bet there, but it hasn't been forthcoming. That is a top pair backdoor flush draw in a multi-way pot, so we're gonna find out a bet. Not calling the 4-5 suited versus this guy and just ever decreasing the stack size. Wouldn't enjoy facing, I'm about to say I wouldn't enjoy facing a check raise here. This guy does check raise 10% though, which is higher than usual, so we're going to take a turn. 9 feels like it should be a good card. He checks. I think I'm going to check and call Brick Rivers. Well, I said we're going to call the Brick River. King Queen's got there. Ahead of Ace Jack. Ahead of King Jack. Ahead of Queen Jack. Not ahead of 9-10. Yeah, this has been a pretty miserable session. That has to be said. But still breathing, still reasonably healthy. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm not even going to look at how my balances look after this session. Going to accept it's been expensive, and we'll do the homework later. When I've got the 3 accounts, I like to like balance my accounts out. So like one account isn't running particularly low at the start of any session, and other accounts running too high. So I know what my average balance looks like before this session. I think the average balance is going to be reduced by at least $50 by the end of it, but never mind. He snap calls there, and we get a pretty shit river. I mean, no, because like he snap calls with some diamonds and things. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. You know, can we just bluff here and get him off? Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Didn't feel like he was going to fold any pairs there, because like, any pair made a full house. Maybe that was a spot for a clicking a time bank again and thinking things through more. Problem is we don't really want to have a diamond there when we're bluffing, because we want him to have some diamonds in his hand. So that was like my initial reaction was no. Having a diamond in your hand means this is not a great spot to bluff. I mean, I guess we block him having flushes, but we're trying to bluff him off like single diamond hands that I was high carded. That is a massive raise that we're not going to be able to defend against. It's time for the vape again, I think. On the orange juice today, because I'm trying to lose some weight, and orange juice, when I drink lots of it, I drank 1.5 litres yesterday, I drank another half a litre today. And orange juice induces certain things from my body that I suspect increases the amount of weight I lose, and we'll say no more than that. And the limp and then the min ISO, so we're going to 3-bet the king queen offsuit. Don't really want to call here and then have these other 2 guys come along. All of a sudden you're in a multi-way pot. It's going to be much harder to win. Instead we just take it down, which is a fine outcome. 4.5 blinds in there. Six ball, please. Okay. Never mind. We 3-bet in this ace jack versus either of these 2 guys if they open. And we shan't be folding it to any of these guys if they 3-bet. But we just take it down. Ace-5 offsuit. I thought there was going to be some comedy in the offing there. Don't hit the 5, but we can throw some more shit. Yes, we can throw some more shit. If we could draw your attention to table 2 for a moment, I'd like to point out that every single player is tagged blue, which is meaning every player has a higher than 40 VPIP, which is delightful, and then we get the full house. Another 40 VPIP pops along, and there we go. Minimal effort, fantastic table. Now what we have to do is play well and collect our EV. Tempted to flat here, try and set this dude up for a squeeze. We can back raise over. Could be a bit needlessly fancy. And sadly our plan did not work out, but given we've had such an uncooperative flop, maybe that's not the worst thing. I mean, is Ace King just good here sometimes? I don't know. Ace Queen, sorry. Nope. Good job we didn't go for the 3-bet. This is a flop we're going to be raising with a remarkably high frequency if we get bet into. Right, time bank over there. Call here because I don't have the discipline to fold hands that pretty. 4-bet here as a bluff. Flop trips here. Open here. Oh, I didn't realise he called 2. Motherfucker, that's not good. Just keeping calling here and giving up here. Felt the aces, so that's nice. Pick up the flush draw here. We're just going to go for it. We're just going for it, and if we lose, then we lose. He absolutely snap calls, which is alarming. Do we jam? Do we jam? No. Give up and lose to pocket 7s. And get shit thrown at me again. This is an alarmingly bad table. -189. Fuck me. maybe 4-bet bluffing versus people who play like that isn't a good idea. Well, I don't think there's any maybe about it, is there? Don't think it's a question of maybe. I think probably I should have adjusted sooner, smaller open sizes, etc. Yeah. You live and learn. This dude looks like he's about to blow his brains out with tilt. We are going to try and re-raise here too. Is that the min re-raise? That's what we'll do then. Just try and knock this guy out. We get it in bad, but what else is new? Twice? Yeah, why not, mate? Preparing to get shit thrown at me on table 1 when we torch through another $60 or less. I mean, no mood to fuck around with this dude. If he's got Queen's beat, then more power to him. Do me a fucking favour, will you? Seriously? Wow. Oh, we're getting a shit avalanche too. An avalanche of shit thrown at us. Sweet Jesus. Don't think I've had a worse table for a while in terms of like results. Just like being on the wrong end of coolers for a long time. It's a horrendous session at this table. Minus $249. That is not good news. And then I missed a value bet here, and then we get potted, and I don't think we can fold a flush given how small the pot is and lines we've taken, and of course we get beat. Feeling kind of shell shocked at the moment, I think would be the way I would describe it. In a pretty diabolical session, I will say that. We're going to see out though. We're going to play the last 20 minutes because we said earlier we're going to play till a certain time. So if the session ends early, then there would have been a spoiler as to just how badly the session continued to go. So we're going to see it through. Not feeling it right now, I'm not going to lie. There's plenty of things I'd rather be doing right now than playing poker. But we're going to see it. We're going to power through. See if we can't spunk another. See if we can't get this to a minus 300. Just for the lols. Two absolute nits at this table. It's not ideal, but we do have the 58-7 guys, so it's going to be stayed at. We go to the mat again with this fellow. Pretty miserable flop, and we know he doesn't like folding, so we'll just deal with the fact that we're not going to win the pot, I guess. I mean, I have no idea what value this guy has. Does he bet an ace? Why would he bet an ace? I don't think he would. Okay, he would. He would bet an ace. Fair play. Why wouldn't you bet an ace when you know that the calling stations are going to pay you off with queen high? I was looking forward to seeing a flop with queen 10, but I don't think we're going for that price. I think we can chalk one up to the fish column in this one, can't we? Chalk one up to the fish column. Hopefully though, this is an inspiration to you guys of how not to go on raging tilt when you're getting completely annihilated by some absolutely abysmal players. We talked about that at the start of the session, how not to make a bad session worse by tilting. Well, we've made a bad session worse by not tilting. This guy just cannot fucking miss, can he? Cannot fucking miss. Maybe I shouldn't have opened that into this big blind. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. No, that's why we shouldn't have done it. That's why we shouldn't have done it. That was a bad open into that big blind. What does that little sign mean? That means the guys who are playing with VIP, I guess. I guess that's telling the guys who have the HUD stats. Because I've got 1, 2, haven't I? Easiest 3-bet of my life versus this dude. Did not expect him to fold there. Thought the jam was coming. which I would have been delighted to accommodate. We're getting close to 1 o'clock now, aren't we? Getting close to a 90-minute video. I think we'll have the vape and we'll wind it up, I think. It's going to be close enough. No spoilers at this point. Although I suspect the title I give this video will probably be a spoiler in and of itself. Going to get a very Doug Polk-esque headline. It's going to be block capitals in it and everything. It's going to be a little bit of caps lock at certain points. Hopefully at least it gets decent views, so maybe we attract a few players, and slowly but surely the money I make from the affiliate work compensates me for the $253 loss we are currently experiencing. We're not down that amount total, of course, because we've won at our other tables, so I suspect it's probably around a minus 180 session or something, maybe. Shout out to my good friend Lethal Shaggy at this point, though. Say, feel your pain, brother. I know you've had some swings lately. At least you had the fucking boost to blame for yours. I've got nothing to blame for mine. Got no excuses. Two eights, and if this cut 3 bets, then he's getting some extra action, because we've seen him 3-bet pocket 7s and other things. Do we just call, or do we just fucking 4-bet and not fold? We've seen him call a 4-bet with pocket 7s, haven't we? Wow, but then the called 4-bet comes in, so now we have to bail out. We have to bail out. And what shape are we in? Fuck knows, but he didn't fold to the called 4-bet. So I think our read was right with him, in that we were willing to dance with him. That guy is fucking psychotic. I think he's probably played more than 41-27 with 7% 3-bet this session. So I think we'll play around to our blinds on every table and wrap it up. And we're going to get one more hand before the end. Or is it going to fizzle out like a shit firework? I think we're going to end with a straddle at every table if I am quick enough on the mouse. So that's going to be this table next. Ready on the straddle on table 2. Get ready for the straddle on table 1 also. Straddle is activated. Didn't get a chance to straddle here because someone sat out and left at the end. So we just get to open. Reasonable flop. And we leave. Our straddle has been raised, and given it's the last hand, of course we're going to defend it. And we're going to flop nothing, so never mind. We do flop a pair though, so we're going to call the min bet. Straddle activated table 1, tenable turn card table 2. No, not tenable I guess, but it is once we face that bet size, so that table's now disappearing too, as is this one. So, good game everybody. Interested to see what I'm going to pause the video a second so I don't show other players' bankrolls. So we have bankrolls of the, let's add them all up. Let's get the calculator out. I think we started the session with an average of $650 per account. So now we've got a 432 plus a 723 plus a 729 divided by 3, 628. So it's not been completely disastrous. We only maybe lost $70 on this session, which is better than I thought. Maybe it was a bit higher, I can't remember, but I don't know. It feels like we've lost more than 70. We must have lost more. Yeah, we've lost way more than fucking 70. What am I talking about? I must have not got it right, but never mind. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we've only lost some money in a poker session. There's far worse things going on in people's lives at the moment than losing some money that they can afford to lose in a poker game. So I am got to have some perspective, haven't we? I'm off to go and walk it off now, and start uploading the Funky Friday video. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Hope you guys are well. Hope you're staying safe. Hope you're looking after yourselves and each other. And do remember, if you are also having some horrendous poker sessions, it is only a game. It is only money, and there's far worse things happening right now than losing a few quid. So take care everybody, stay safe, much love from me, and bye bye for now.